So you came back. You came back to episode 2 of Tales from the Ugly Chair. Uh, well, thank you. And if this is your first time coming around because we're talking about a subject that you may like, well, thank you for tuning in. And if you like the video, hit the subscribe button. But yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about a book that I did not anticipate to like at all. And the only reason I picked the book up is because of Eliot Rahal, the writer, co-writer of this. Uh, Machine Gun Kelly's Hotel Diablo. Now, I'll admit that I'm not a huge Machine Gun Kelly fan. I did like General Admission from 2015, I think it was. But ever since, I really haven't been a fan of his music per se. Did like his acting though. I thought he was a really good Tommy Lee in The Dirt. But back to this book. One, while reading, I kept singing Megan Fox because he's a lucky man. Yeah. But no, this book is in vain, kind of like Ice Cream Man and Ha Ha, in a way where it's an anthology. So like, I wouldn't say it's a horror anthology. It's more like a psychological anthology where it's telling all these stories. I think it tells 6 stories, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it tells 6 stories. Majority are written by Machine Gun Kelly, Eliot Rahal, and Ryan Cady. Art by Martin Morazzo, who did Ice Cream Man and Ha Ha. So I think that's the reason why you kind of get that vibe. There's a lot more artists on this book besides Morazzo. But that being said, though, I was shocked by how deep and thought-provoking each story was. The very first story caught me by surprise. It was almost like a story of identity. Like this female who wants to be an actress becomes a version of herself she does not want to become, and she ends up meeting the younger version of herself in Hotel Diablo. And it caught me by surprise because I was expecting some grotesque nonsense in a way, just because of the content. This being Machine Gun Kelly's Hotel Diablo, I just didn't expect to be reading an issue or reading a story and sitting back thinking, "Wow, this is deep." That being said, it's not like a great book, but I do like how Z2 Comics is releasing these books that are that have musicians with it. I'm looking forward to the Motley Crue book. I've yet to pick that up, and the Cheech and Chong book. And I believe that they are releasing a Weird Al Yankovic book to go along with it. But yeah, I got Sturgis Simpson's book up there too. I haven't read that yet, but I remember watching the music video, that long video he has. So that being transformed into a comic should be pretty cool. But let's go back to Machine Gun Kelly, Hotel Diablo. The writing is good. That's the one thing I'm shocked about. Some of the stories are predictable. My favorite one though is called The Relaxing Weekend, and that kind of has like a mixture of today's and 80s slasher kind of in it, because you have the psychological thriller, but by the time you're done reading it, it's become a slasher book. So that kind of got me intrigued there, and I'm like, maybe I want some more of this. Maybe we can. And they even allude to in the story that there could be more. But yeah, if you're a fan of Machine Gun Kelly, give this a try. If you're a fan of Eliot Rahal, Midnight Vista was one of my favorite books. He's a cult classic, and I believe Hot Lunch Special. He's a Minnesota guy, so Midwest Minnesota guy, so that's why we have to show him some love here. But yeah, I highly recommend. I won't say I highly recommend this book. I would say give it a try. If you like Ha Ha Ice Cream Man, then this is the book for you. If you're a Machine Gun Kelly fan, like I said, book for you. But it's one of those books that's aimed towards a certain demographic, and oddly enough, I believe I fall into that demographic. But let me know in the comments. Did you know this book even existed? Are you going to read it? And leave a like and please subscribe. We're trying to push for 150. We've been doing this push for some time now, but we want to hit 150 soon. We got the Minnesota Comic Exchange show happening in September, which we're going to be at. It's going to be the first show that Noggin Comics is going to have an appearance at. But thank you for tuning in. I'll see you at the comic shop.